From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Sunday, April 8th, 2018. Silver is trading at $16.38 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,333 per ounce. Zencash is trading at $24, and the average price of Bitcoin is $7,077. Antiwar.com reports a new flare-up of violence in the last rebel-held city in eastern Ghouta has served as an opportunity for the U.S. State Department to claim chemical weapons were being used. The allegations were quickly endorsed by the White Helmets, a Syrian medical non-government organization active in a number of rebel territories. The White Helmets are often making allegations of war crimes in Syria. 40 were killed on Friday and scores more on Saturday in airstrikes against Douma. There is no conclusive evidence that this was anything other than a conventional attack, and indeed, conventional airstrikes often kill many people. In fact, the BBC originally claimed 150 people were killed, later reducing that figure to 70, saying a tweet, later deleted by the White Helmets, put the number of dead at 150. Images of dead bodies are common enough too after such strikes, but combining them with a story that everyone suffocated on some exotic gas makes it a much bigger story. It also is in keeping with the State Department's interest in boosting international calls for regime change. It also plays well in international politics, as the State Department is insisting that whatever happened in Douma is ultimately Russia's fault, and that Russia ultimately bears responsibility for the brutal targeting of countless Syrians with chemical weapons. Evidence has been lacking in claims of chemical attacks by Syria's government, and proof has been non-existent. U.S. officials, however, never let uncertainty get in the way of a good story, and will not only be repeating this claim as unquestioned fact for years to come, but as seen last year, may use it as a pretext for military strikes on Syrian forces. For over 40 years, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals like gold and silver. And as a Bitcoin-preferred business, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts Brokerage today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co. UPI reports Michigan Governor Rick Snyder has ended a free bottled water program in Flint after testing has showed the levels of lead in the city's water are below the federal limits 4 years after the crisis. The remaining 4 distribution centers will close and deliveries will end once the current supply of state-funded bottled water is exhausted, according to a press release by the governor on Friday. Governor Snyder said, "I have said all along that ensuring the quality of water in Flint and helping the people and the city move forward were a top priority for me and my team." The free bottled water program was part of a $450 million aid package, $350 million from the state and $100 million from the federal government. The program includes helping with water quality improvements, pipe replacement, health care, nutritional food distribution, educational resources, job training, and creation. In 2016, the EPA alleged the Department of Environmental Quality wasn't treating the Flint water with an anti-corrosive agent. Local and state officials, including former emergency managers and water plant employees, have been charged with felonies. That includes the state's medical officer, Dr. Eden Wells, who faces 2 new felony charges, including involuntary manslaughter, that were filed last October. Are you looking for a cryptocurrency that has a focus on users and usability? Then look into Zencash. Zencash is the world's first private, distributed, and reliable platform for communications, transactions, and publishing. Zencash features global governance with inclusive decision-making, reliable funding for continuous improvements, and documentation and wallets in many languages that are available for Linux, Mac, Windows, and Android devices. Learn more at zensystem.io. That's zensystem.io. Reuters reports the Keystone crude oil pipeline leak in November in rural South Dakota was nearly double the original estimate, making it one of the largest U.S. inland spills since 2010, according to a newspaper report on Saturday. A spokeswoman for Calgary-based TransCanada Corp., which owns the pipeline, told the Aberdeen American News some 9,700 barrels of oil leaked in the November 16th spill. The South Dakota paper reported the original estimate was 5,000 barrels. The spill gave further ammunition to environmental groups and other U.S. opponents of another pipeline the company had proposed, the long-delayed Keystone XL pipeline. TransCanada had shut down the 590,000 barrel per day pipeline, one of Canada's main crude export routes linking Alberta's oil fields to U.S. refineries, immediately following the spill. Operations were restarted less than 2 weeks later. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.